In today's video, we're going to be raising powers to powers. So we're going to have a term with an exponent on the outside. And depending on this exponent is how many times we're going to expand what's inside the parentheses and then use the rules that we learned that we're taught on how to multiply powers. So on the outside here, we notice this is 2. That means if that's 2, that means you have to write all of this inside the parentheses twice. So I'm going to write it out. 6x to the 5th, y to the 3rd, multiplied by 6x to the 5th, y to the 3rd. Again, I multiply the numbers out in front. 6 times 6, which is 36. X to the 5th and x to the 5th, I add the exponents. Remember, x to the 10th. And then the y's, y to the 3rd, y to the 3rd is y to the 6th. Submit. And yes. All right, let's look at another one. All right, this one, we'll go back to one where we have a 5. Let's go a little bit less intense here. All right, 3rd right here. So we're going to expand this out 3 times. So I'm going to write it 3 times. So we have negative 2x to the 4th, y to the 5th. Write that all out. Nice and neat. All right, so we have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Again, if you want the Desmos calculator to help you, even though I know what it is in the top of my head, we can use this too. Negative 2, negative 2, negative 2 is negative 8. All right, x to the 4, x to the 4, x to the 4. Again, 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is 12. So you have x to the 12th. Whoa, see, you gotta hit that exponent button. 12. And then y to the 5th, y to the 5th, y to the 5th. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is y to the 15th. And we'll do one more. Maybe we'll look at one of those that have 5 in it. Let's see. No. There we go. All right, so I have to write this 5 times. Two, 3, 4, 5. 2x to the 3rd, y to the 5th. 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 This is annoying, but we'll get through it. All right. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. All right. You can do that in the calculator. I know at the top of my head because 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. So I'm just going to type in 32. Again, you can use your calculator if you're not good with 32, not 16, 32. All right. X to the 3rd, 3, x to the 3rd, x to the 3rd, x to the 3rd, x to the 3rd. So you go 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. X to the 15th. And the y. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Y to the 25. Right? So once you expand this out, again, multiply the numbers out in front, keep the bases, add the exponents together. Okay? So probably you're going to have to show some of these work, some of this work on separate paper to expand it out and see kind of how you do these problems. Okay? So they also break it down like this. So they give the front number to the fifth power, which is 32. They get x to the third to the fifth, which they multiply, you get 15. You get y to the fifth, which is 25. So they do it a little bit differently. I like expanding it out, but if you're better with doing it this way and just giving the 5 to each of distributing that to each of the exponents, you can do that as well. All right, so that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, let me know, and good luck.